You have, thank you.
I have. Lou is such a good friend of mine, and I always enjoy when he's here. Why? Number one, he's a lot of fun. Number two, he brings us really cool, innovative products that really solve a problem in and around our home. This next one is from EverBrite. This is their deluxe model. It's a 2-pack. These are motion activated. We don't need to plug them in. We don't need to hardwire them. I don't need to call an electrician. I can do this myself. You simply peel and stick anywhere where it's going to get direct sunlight, and then you're going to have light in the middle of the night. Maybe you're coming home, maybe it's the front driveway, maybe it's the garage, maybe it's where you walk the dog. You put these up and this is genius. It's got a lot of great features Lou is going to walk you through, but because it's a 2-pack, we are extremely limited here as well. Free shipping, and we've got 3 flexible payments of $9.98 to get this at home. Lou, let's talk about EverBrite and how these are going to work.
Well, this is the outdoor lighting solution for anybody. I don't care what your skill set is for do-it-yourself projects. This is one you can do guaranteed. Let me go over the features of this first of all. There's a, right on top here, solar cell. Okay, so there's no wiring required with these.
Big.
Not big solar cell on top of this, so it's gonna gather lots of power right there. Motion sensor right here. So when it gets dark out, these lights come on. They do something very different, okay? In fact, I'm gonna turn this one on just so you can see this. Watch this. I'm gonna turn that on. It went to full bright right now, but there's a mode in this where it goes to 10% brightness. We call it the dim mode, D-I-M, dim. Wow. So it's the dim mode. When it senses motion, they go to this 100%. You can see.
Romance mode?
That's the romance mode. That's right. But when you look at this, you can see how much light that actually throws off. There's 8 different, inside of this, 8 different SMD LEDs. That stands for Surface Mount Device LEDs. They use very little power, but as you can see, they put out a ton of light. Now there's the dim mode. Watch when I move my finger. See how I went to 100% bright?
Nice.
Really nice feature about this. On the back of this, you're gonna see right here, we give you the 3M sticky tape on there so you can stick these up on any surface. No tools required, but we do give you mounting hardware as well if you decide you wanna go that route. But notice how thin that is, okay? The design of this, it's really, really sleek, it's really thin, but you can see on my hand, this puts out a tremendous amount of light. Look at that really for something so tiny. So this is that solution for all those little spots outside, Robin, that have been making you crazy, where you need a light by your back door, maybe by your front door, maybe you want to put them on, above your garage doors. I have one above my trash cans. Because when the raccoons come out at night, the light comes on, scares them away. I get tired of them tipping them over.
I know, we have a pesky possum that won't.
A pesky possum? A little alliteration right there, a pesky possum.
Did you like that?
Yes, I did. But this would scare them away as well. But let me show everybody how these work, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna walk over to our little wall we have over here. We're gonna leave the lights up for right now. And I'm gonna head over here.
And I'm not gonna move.
And Robin's not gonna move. Robin, don't move.
Don't breathe.
Okay. So here I am. Now watch what's going to happen. We're going to bring the lights down, and as soon as we do, all of these lights are going to go into what we call dim mode. Okay, now watch this. And they sense this when it gets, see that? That's the dim mode. So at dusk, this is what's going to happen. Now watch what happens when I start walking out here.
Oh, they get brighter.
See how they all come on? Because there's motion sensors inside of these, so they know that I'm moving. Now what's going to happen is these are going to stay on for 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, or until the motion stops. So if I stand still, these are gonna start to go back into dim mode, and that's how they conserve power for you, and that's why the batteries last so long. See what they're doing? They're all dropping back into that dim mode, and if I move again, all the lights come on to full brightness.
So that's conserving your power.
It's conserving the power for you, but the other thing it's doing is one of the reasons, oh, I love this. Look at this, look how good we look.
Wow.
But one of the things I love about the dim mode on these lights is that you always know where the staircase is before you get there. You know what I mean? You know where the door is.
Over golf shoes, a golf bag, you know, basketball, baseball, any stuff that gets left
in the backyard.
In the backyard. Maybe it's, you know, the pets. Maybe it's you're taking them out in the evening. It's the side of the garage. Maybe it's the shed. Maybe you have a barn that you're going out to feed and check on horses or animals or goats or chickens. My grandma has chickens. So actually, I should order these for her. This would be a great idea. And especially just, you know, we talk about all the uses, but don't forget for peace of mind and security, number one thing anyone will tell you, whether it's a police officer, whether it's just about protecting your home, is putting up proper lighting to deter anyone that's up to no good.
Lights and sound. Those are the two things that deter nefarious people that want to do bad things to your house.
And a dog helps.
And a dog helps too. Well, now here's the thing. Here's what they're not. They're not these, okay? Because this is typically what most people try to put up. It's a couple of spotlights right here with LEDs in them. But, you know, the big problem with these is, they have a motion sensor. It's all this on the back here. It's all this wiring back here. So unless you're an electrician or you're willing to pay one, one, this is going to be a very expensive proposition for you to do. Not to mention the fact that if you want to put these up like on a shed or someplace where you don't have power, you got to run power out there. So that's an added expense as well. Plus, even though these are two lights, they're attached, okay? When you're buying ours today, you're getting a set of two, but you can put them anywhere you want. You can separate them. Put them, you know, one in the front yard, one in the backyard. Wherever you want to put them, you can. Now, one of the big questions I get asked all the time, Robin, is this. How are they with the weather?
Okay.
Are they going to stand up to the weather?
Because they do go outdoors.
No, they go outdoors. They have to be outdoors to get that sunlight. But watch this. When I pour water over this one right here, notice it came on right away. The motion sensor came on instantly because we have the solar cell taped up right now. But watch this. The water is just pouring over this. So if you live up north,
still working.
Yeah, if you live down here in Florida where we have the hurricanes and all the rains all the time, or you live up north, you have a lot of snow, you know that this is going to stand up to the elements, that these are going to be fine if they're getting wet like this. Right. And then they just keep on working. I mean, it's a wonderful feature about these.
It is, and when you think about 12 hours of light, I mean, and then it could even be more because you have that dim feature, so it's going to conserve and harness that power of the sun, so you don't have to worry about batteries. You don't have to worry about wires or cables or electricians. Look at how compact, but look at the amount of light it does put out. And one thing I know it's deceiving, when you see that demonstration that Lou does back here, and yes, you can see the lights, but you can't see the floor. I know it looks like you can't see it. Here in the studio, I can see the floor. I can see where I'm walking. It illuminates enough where you feel safe, especially if you've got staircase, maybe going upstairs outside. That is scary. You don't want to trip. You don't want to fall. Look at it being mounted to any door. Maybe you have a dock. You have a patio. Maybe you live in a really rural area and you've got the deer. You've got bears. Oh my goodness, if you live in Montana or wherever, I mean, light comes on, they kind of get like, what?
Yeah. Well,
they think someone's
what
there.
it does is it makes people think somebody is home. Now, I want you to look at something here. I'm standing by a staircase, okay? And I want you to think about this. How would you get power into the railings on a staircase? You know, and it's almost impossible to get this done. Watch this, though. We're going to bring the lights down again, and I want you to notice, here's our staircase sitting right here. As the lights come down, they go into dim mode. Watch this, though. The minute I move in front of them, the lights come on. So now, Robin, in our studio, to our eyes, we can see this entire staircase is lit in front of me right here. But you can very clearly see each step on this just from having these two lights here.
You really can. I mean, honestly, I don't think it looks like you can on our TV screens here. I don't know.
There you go. Look at that.
Okay, perfect.
So you can see right here, there's the staircase. And that's the great thing about these is you can put lights in unconventional places. If I want to put a light on my dock, I can do that. If I want to put a light on a fence post, I can do that. You know, I can put a light any place I want, and guess what? I don't have to have any power source.
Oh, you don't need an electrician.
You do not need an
electrician.
No.
But it's nice when you can do something yourself. I mean, almost 200 of these already spoken for. We've got free shipping and handling here. That's a $5 savings. Plus, you've got those 3 flex. So take advantage of that. That's $9.98. And if you are putting these on, maybe it is a deck, maybe it's by your boat, or maybe it's an RV. You want to be able to mount it on the outside of an RV. And then think about it. Once you get to that campground, as long as it's getting direct sun, now you're going to be able to have that illumination and that light with no wires.
It's funny you say that, though, because we've had people call in and say that they do mount them to the sides of the RV for that very reason. So that when they open up that awning, you know, at night, and they're sitting out on the side of the RV there enjoying the outdoors, these lights come on. Now, there's nothing that said that you can't use these for a picnic, that you can't use these when you're having a party and just put them up temporarily, or just set them as we have right here. Set them down on the table. Now, the funny thing is, these guys right here have stayed on this whole time that we've been on there, and you can see on my shirt here, there's a bunch of light coming up off of these, okay? The reason they're staying on is because Robin and I can't help but move around, okay? As we're moving, the motion sensors know that we're moving around, so they're gonna stay on, okay? But if we were to stop moving, these would go off almost instantly, that 20 to 30 seconds. I'm gonna go over the features one more time, though, close up on this guy, just because I want you to really understand. First of all, this might be the most compact package you've ever seen for a solar light, honestly. It is so super tiny and sleek looking. Big solar cell on the top here is gonna gather all that energy from the sun, recharge the batteries inside of this. Motion sensor right there, that works to about 30 feet away. And yeah, so if I'm standing on this side of the studio, the lights behind us will come on. Oh, absolutely, they will come on from a distance as well. You've got the 8 different SMD LEDs inside of it. You get those little yellow dots. They're not really bulbs anymore. They're like chips, computer chips that are mounted on here.
And
but they get super bright. But look at that. Look at the difference right there. No, it's never going to get hot.
Right.
But remember, they're going to go back into that dim mode, okay, that 10% to full power anytime the motion stops. So they stay on all night at 10% full power. But the moment there's motion, boom, you get all that light coming off of these. And the fact that you can do it yourself, I think is just fabulous. Peel and stick. If you can peel it, you put it on a Band-Aid, you can put one of these on a wall.
Yeah, you know, Lou, it was interesting because maybe about like 7 months ago in our neighborhood, we had like a power surge and like everything, it was like, whoom, everything, like all the house lights went off.
Yeah.
Even our street lights.
That's scary.
I am not kidding you. It was really, I said to my husband, oh my gosh, what's going on? Actually, it's giving me goosebumps just thinking about it because I was terrified. I looked outside, it was pitch black. And it's interesting, if I would have had these, guess what? These would have went on the moment I walked outside because we're walking outside saying what happened and something, you know, whatever happened. This would have come on because it's not relying on electricity. It's not relying on city power. It's not relying on the power from my home. It's only powered by the sun. Once you have that, it charges during the day. You have up to 12 hours of runtime. It's motion activated. It's compact. You get 2 of them.
Yes.
Lou, we're talking about like what, $15 a light.
Yeah.
When you pick up that honking thing.
Oh, this is way more than that much money.
And
way
I need
more.
an electrician.
Well, and you need an electrician to mount this, plus you're drilling holes with these. You know, with ours, you can just peel and stick and put them right up there. I have one by my back door. This is one of my favorite uses for mine. Yes. I have one by my back door. I have a little dog named Lucy. Okay, a little terrier, as we like to call her, a terrorist. And what she does, she's adorable. But what she does is she loves to go out the back door, okay? Every time she goes into our backyard, the light that's above that door comes on. So it illuminates the patio so I know where she is. Otherwise, I'm getting up every 5 minutes and flicking a light switch to turn the back. Yes, trying to turn the backyard lights on. I don't have to do that now. This takes care of it for me. Maybe for you, the problem is by your front door, because when your porch light's not on and somebody walks up to the door, it's a little creepy, right? The light will come on the minute somebody approaches your door. Above your garage doors, as you drive up, those will light up for you.
I would attach these to my tree, like just on the side. Like you could, I mean, obviously you're not using the peel and stick, you're gonna use the hardware that comes in.
Yep.
But if this is an area like in our backyard, there's a little dark area where Monty always tends to want to go. I think privacy. this
smart
is
dog.
not smart dog. Yes, you know, I could put this up, and that way, to Lou's point, now you can see everything. I mean, these are just genius. Well, in my opinion, they're problem solving.
I agree with you. But even if you wanted to just use a single nail right there, let's say you wanted to nail this to a fence or a dock or to a tree, you could with just one nail and hang it there. And the light will just hang on that and do its job. And that's the nice thing about these. There's no batteries to ever replace. There's nothing you ever have to do with these. You mount them, you turn it on. There's one on-off switch on the bottom right here. And I'm telling you right now, the ones I have, all I did was one time turned them on, and I've never touched that again because the solar cell and the light sensor in this regulates the light. So I never have to worry about it.
And then, Lou, you said how long is the light going to last? For
12 hours.
12 hours.
I mean, and that's at full power. So, I mean, but considering the fact that it goes into dim mode, remember we were talking about before the show, too, that if you have a couple days in a row where it's raining, and maybe these aren't getting a lot of sun to recharge the batteries, doesn't matter. Because they use such little power that the battery supply this has will last for days and days and days.
That's awesome. So they're worry-free. I mean, you get these today for $9.98 on 3 monthly installments on your credit card. You've got free shipping and handling as well. Almost 400 are spoken for. You're getting 2. That's $15 per. The deluxe model. If you've seen this from EverBrite, this is the deluxe. So this is brighter. It's more powerful, more efficient. So it has that dimming feature. Lou, you're going to take a run outside. I'm going to be joining him. We've got the air compressor coming up. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that because that makes a great gift for Father's Day or a great gift for anyone who, quite frankly, is driving a car. But 479-373 is your item number. 3 flex, free shipping. I hope you're getting yours. It is a 2-pack. It does come with hardware, but don't forget, it is peel and stick on the back. And they're super, super bright. So 479-373. All right, I'm going to make a quick studio run. I'm heading outdoors for our air compressor, but we're